Let's bust out the map for the slows. So, Iran totally fucking degraded. Trump is now getting the rest of the world, who gets their oil from there, to send their navies to risk their assets so they can continue policing that strait. Saudi Arabia is now shipping their oil to the Red Sea and then sending it on out to Asia. Putin is cutting off Europe from the gas because he knows he's going to bring his energy down through the Caucasus, over the Trump-brokered Armenia-Azerbaijan highway. That means we got interest. Down to the Gulf, out to Asia. China's still getting their fucking oil from Iran. Japan's going to be buying from us even more. They all released their strategic reserves, including us, to get over this hump. But afterwards, who got the leverage on Europe? We do. Because Europe decided in all the green scam shit to stop producing their own energy. So, of course, they were buying from Russia while trying to fight him in Ukraine. Trump said, well, you're going to buy the weapons from us now because we are getting out of this. So, Putin cutting them off. They're spending their strategic reserves. Who got the leverage? United States does, for the weapons and the energy. Starmer's government's going to go down because of the Mandelson and Epstein connections, plus him not being able to send a ship to Cyprus in time. Can't defend their own bases. If anytime Argentina wants to take the Falklands, they can and finish the job they started in the 80s. We got Venezuela back up to stable production after flipping Maduro. Maduro is going to be singing like canary against all the politicians, either for the stolen election or the illegal immigrants. Trump using national security protocols to get California up to producing. Meanwhile, Russia knows that getting resources and minerals out from the Mid-Asian corridor up to the Arctic Circle is where the new, for this next century, Arctic Circle trade lane is going to be, buku dollars. So that's why we sent a bunch of money over to Alaska, to ADAC, one of our bases up there, and why we're actually going after Greenland as well. So remember, throughout all of this, China has a stranglehold on the real rare earth minerals, from mining all the way up to refining and production. So what did Trump do? He put together a deal with Southeast Asia, Oceania, Congo, Ukraine when it's done, and he's going after Greenland for rare earths, for, from mining all the way up to processing and refining. But it's not live yet. So Trump goes around, gets control of Panama Canal, shuts down the strait from Iranian, influence, basically, because it's basically done by now. Has interests into Djibouti for the Red Sea and the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Gets real close with Indonesia for the Strait of Malacca and India subcontinent. So all these global choke points, America got interest, plus we got the Navy to back it all up, doing all these deals, and then goes after energy. So we got the world by the balls by the energy. China got the world by the balls by the rare earths for right now. So it's mutually assured destruction, which means mutually assured collaboration. Get it? All of this, it's about reordering trade and resources, how it's coming on the market. Now, no matter what, for the last 47 years, Iran's been charging the world a premium, very close to what, $10 trillion, because of the risk. Well, anyway, Trump underwrote the shipping insurance, cutting out London. So this is all about flipping the board on how goods move, how resources are coming out onto market because of these new trade lanes that are getting set up. Russia coming down through the Mid-Asian corridor, down to the Indian Ocean, out to Asia, or up to the Arctic, cutting out Europe. Meanwhile, Europe has to come crawling to us for energy and weapons because you can't trust the EU leaders. And hopefully this puts the boot in the ass of the actual European people to boot those leaders out so we can get better policy. All the while, Africa has all been flipped by Russia, kicking out France. All of these nations down here, most of them had coups in the last 5 years. Cutting out the use of the French franc. Cutting out them getting their minerals from Central and West Africa. And Russia, through the Wagner Group, helped do it. So Europe is really the problem all throughout the world. Causing trouble with Ukraine, not doing deals, pursuing the Green New Scam, all this bullshit. So Trump goes around, creates Shield of America, start going after the deep state proxies, that is the cartels, takes out Iran, takes out Venezuela, Cuba's about to fall. Everything's moving in this beautiful, awesome direction. Meanwhile, SAVE Act is about ready to go through the Senate, and all the leverage, meaning this, threats of prosecution for all the politicians, everything else, to get the SAVE Act passed, and then what? We get the clarity done. Meanwhile, what has been the agenda so far? It has been to do reforms, and there's been shitloads of them that he's done all throughout the executive branch, make the elections safe and secure, so you get rid of the illegals out of our elections, which means we now have electoral consequences, so you can get better deals on legislation. You have the Clarity Act passed then for the tokenization and for all the tech to be used. Manufacturing on its way here with the $18 trillion worth of investment. He's consolidated political power throughout all of this. The Fed governance is on the way. Jerome Powell thinks he's going to be able to escape by, having that judge throw out the grand jury indictments or subpoenas or whatever. Meanwhile, Janine Pirro, she's going to be appealing that, but we got the SCOTUS case ready to go with Cook, and that is to remove Fed governors at will. And then once that happens, you get control of the money printer, buy up all the debt based on fraud while you're flooding out Fed notes, and the CBDC is banned. So therefore, everybody is going on chain, choose issuer and unit. That's after you get the clarity and genius effective immediately. Boom. I love the fucking tech. Because that's the actual problem here. It's the central banks. Everyone wants to run around, the Jews, the Israels, the whatever, the Muslims, they're all the fucking problem. No, they aren't. Are they a problem? Sure. But they're not the problem. The problem is endless debt by endless buyer with a unit that we're forced to use. Federal Reserve note. And the tech solves all of that. But we have to get all of our resources ready to go first before that shit gets turned on. BRICS has the BRICS unit backed by gold. Stablecoin issuers need to be able to compete against that on the international market. So that's why the tokenization provisions for the Clarity Act are more important than the stablecoin yield fucking argument is. Because who's going to give a shit about a stablecoin yield holding with them for a year if you have an AI agent trading that shit all fucking day? So deposit flight is actually a misnomer. What they're actually asking is, how does the money supply grow? If it's only based on debt, we're still in the same scam. But if it's based off of real world assets, that means the issuer needs to accumulate more assets throughout that year in order to pay out that yield. But the world is moving towards peer-to-peer payments, wallets, choosing our issuer and our unit, all over a decentralized method of payment. Go watch some motherfucking chalkboard videos so you can get a better understanding of all of this. Dystopian risk, man. All the world is fucking leverage. And Trump got the fucking ball.